Kevin, tell me, you were at Conference USA Media Day. You had a chance to interact with other players. Did you get to know Jeff Driscoll at all while you were there? And what do you know about him? He's a new quarterback you guys are facing. What do you know about him going into this game?
I mean, I didn't really have a chance to talk to him like that at media day, but I know he's one of the better quarterbacks in Conference USA. He's a great athlete. I mean, everybody know he played at Florida at a time before transferring to La Tech. So he's definitely a great quarterback to have a good offense, to have a lot of quick, fast receivers. Number 5, he's a great player. And they also have a great running back who I think's been hurt. Last game, I don't think he played last game, but they definitely have a good offense, and it's definitely going to be a good challenge for us.
You just mentioned Kenneth Dixon. I think he's still questionable for this Saturday. How does that affect your game with the amount of balance that we can expect them to show? I think this, in my personal opinion, probably the most balanced team you face this year.
I mean, I don't think it's going to change anything. We're still going to go out there and play our game, play our defense. At the end of the day, the game's going to come down to fundamentals. Great tackling, open field tackling. It's going to come down to playing our keys, reading our keys, where our eyes at, and different things like that. So I don't think it's really going to change the game plan at all. It's just another great challenge, just another great offense that we got to play in Conference USA.
You were able to close out the game this past Saturday, and in the final minutes. What does that do to secondary and the defense? Coach mentioned the morale that it's been the same all year, and he's had no doubt about it. But what does it do for the morale as a defense? Because that's an area that you guys have struggled in over the past few weeks. What did that do following Saturday's game?
That's definitely an area we struggled in. I think it just gives the defense, it just lets us know that when we do our job the right way, good things will happen. I definitely wanted to finish the game better than what we did. I know special teams kind of put us in bad position a couple times, but that doesn't really matter in my opinion. We had to stop guys. We had to really feel like the game should have been more open than it was. It shouldn't have been that close. So we definitely got a lot of things to work on, and that's a good thing. We can always come out to practice and keep getting better and keep working harder.
Jeremy struggled a little bit Saturday and was eventually pulled. As the captain of the secondary, what do you do to keep his head up? I mean, I've only spoken to him once. He seems like the kind of guy that might get a little down from that happening.
I mean, I talked to him at halftime, just tell him, keep his head in the game, different things like that. But decisions like that is up to the coaching staff. If he didn't get as many reps as he usually do on Saturday, that's up to the coaches. I just try to make sure he keep his head in the game because everybody's an injury away from playing, and everybody, we got seniors who's playing behind him who definitely want to play just as much as he do. And I think Jamarcus Howard, he did a great job on Saturday. So, the best player play, but I'm just making sure everybody keeps their head up and keep their head in the game.
Louisiana Tech likes to air it out a lot. Not as much as Western Kentucky, but they're balanced on offense. As a safety, are you excited for the games like this? When you have that challenge of picking off an opposing passer like Jeff Driscoll, do you get excited for teams that like to air it out?
I mean, I get excited about every game in Conference USA. They do throw the ball a lot, but FIU threw the ball 51 times too, and they're not really a passing attack. So, I mean, it really all depends on the flow of the game. I hope he throw the ball 51 times as well. But I just get excited to play anybody. Rather if it's coming downhill, making plays on a running back when they run the ball, or just making plays in the secondary. I just get excited for every game.
Remain alive in the East, a couple games back behind Western and Marshall. I know you said this is not where you want to be as a team, but what are you treating Saturday's game as? Just a must-win elimination game? What are you treating Saturday's game?
I mean, every game from now on is a must-win in my opinion. As far as the whole championship thing, we're going to need some help. It's definitely not in our control as of right now. But all we can do is just worry about the next game and just keep playing hard and try to win out every game. And then we're not going to look at the standings right now, but once the season over with, if we do what we're supposed to do, we'll look up and hopefully and most likely we'll be right where we want to be.